the real story over the weekend was MJF. He did that Iron Man match in the main
Yeah.
event position. We sort of speculated maybe they would start with it. They didn't do it. They went the full 60 minutes. Time expired 3 and 3, and then they went into sudden death. They went another 7 minutes and change before MJF tapped out Bryan Danielson. An incredible match that should have been what everybody was talking about, but that wasn't the story. The story is that MJF, early on in the match, took a drink from a mother and threw it in her small child's face, her son's face. And making it even worse, MJF may have thought that because it was clear it was water, but it was in fact tequila. And fans were all over MJF about it. And I wanted to ask the dirtiest player in the game, was this too far, in your
Yeah.
opinion?
Yeah. Yeah. It's cheap heat.
Yeah.
You want to do something to get heat and get the people excited that won't hurt anybody. You cut yourself so deep that when you swing your hair, you throw blood all over them. Yeah,
Oh my.
that's what I used to do it all the time when I had long hair. I would get. Then they feel like they're part of the action. They're going, shit, this ain't paint. This is blood.
It's not food coloring. It's not Gallagher.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah,
real
yeah.
deal.
I'm totally against throwing anything at a kid. My God, because you never know.
Yeah.
Not to mention that, but that ice in it, and that there's got the liability there. I'm sure Tony did a cartwheel with Gorilla.
Oh yeah, AEW responded in quick fashion. They did all they could to make it up to the little man and his family. And here's the thing: I'm not trying to carry MJF's water because I don't like MJF personally. He is not a good person. We will never be friends. However, he's 26 years old,
Are
so
you
he's
are you are you saying that serious?
yeah. I don't like him, and he didn't like me, and that's cool.
Uh, I got okay. Hey, wow.
I mean,
Where's
he's a
your
shitty person. He's throwing drinks in kids' faces and
yeah,
cussing out people. And I mean, we've had him at some Starcasts and stuff, and he just made a spectacle of himself and was rude to fans. And
I did
he's just not a good guy.
I was totally unaware of that.
Yeah, just
Well,
not a
that
good guy.
I can tell you right now, that shit wouldn't fly at WWE. I got news for you.
Yeah,
For something like that, if he actually did that with malice and not meaning to hurt anybody, just like I didn't know that about him. I only met him one time, so but that wouldn't work in WWE for a minute. And that's the difference between, and I keep citing this, the fight that went down, mm, it's still not been addressed.
right.
But something like this with the WWE, I mean, their priority is Make-A-Wish. I mean, that's that those 2
Now, when you're
words.
saying the fight hasn't been addressed, do you mean the one where Andrade lit up Sammy Guevara, or do you mean
No,
the
no, no,
Bucks?
the one with the Bucks and CM Punk, all that.
Well,
If
here's the thing.
it's been addressed, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to make it a public matter, but the thing that
Well, that's social media has already made it a public matter.
right.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
you and I weren't there, but it's all you heard about for 2 months.
but there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, and CM Punk's still not back." I think he tore his bicep. He's not supposed to be back. Like, when you're injured, you're out, and I mean, what do you think? Do you think Punk comes back to AEW? Because I do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about, once again, but I'm saying you and I, we sit here and we speculate 'cause we don't know. I just know that WWE, the shit would have been, they just squash it like that,
Right.
and someone goes home, and they don't get paid while they're home.
My goodness. Well, let's do some questions. Oh, you know what? Before we do, let's circle back one more time about MJF. You know, when you're the dirtiest player in the game, you know all about heat. Where is the line? Is the line, you don't touch them, but they can touch you? You try to goad them into touching you, but you never touch them? Or is there a line?
Well, but, with me, it was, "I'll take your wife home, fat boy, and make a woman out of her." Okay?
Yes.
You can't say that anymore.
Right.
You can't go like this,
Yeah.
like you're humping somebody, right? Throwing blood in their face. I mean, but my verbiage was just abusive. I would
Yes.
abuse people, you know what I mean? Especially a guy with his wife. I'd say, "Are you kidding me? She's sitting with you when she could be with me." I mean,
I love that.
or you paid to look at it and not talk to it, asshole. I mean, but mine was just verbal abuse,
Yes.
but it worked. It got sometimes.
Yeah, I did.
Or taking a run at the guy, right? Knowing you ain't gonna go near him, but it, to me, I like involving the audience in the ring. And of course, when you're out on the floor, you want to be as entertaining as you possibly can. I mean, you know this for a fact. Well, I used to hit Steamboat and Garvin and guys that would let me on the floor as hard as I goddamn could.
Yes.
So people went home saying, "Holy shit, he was really knocking this shit out of these guys." I mean, you've seen me in Steamboat. These guys are whacking me and Garvin. I was watching a match with me and Wahoo the other day. No wonder I don't have any calcification in my veins in my heart. Christ almighty. That and the alcohol has kept me cleaned out. No, but I mean, to me, on the floor is when you really try to show them something real. Like I used to have Randy, vertically stand me up, even in my 50s, and suplex me on the floor. Could people go? I mean, you know what I mean? Or like Ed jumping off on the table on me, and I mean, people are there. They're going home. Holy shit! You know what I mean? And that's what we need, more reaction. You can't feel that 25 rows up in section B. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the first 5 rows, when you're doing that shit outside of the ring, man, they're going home. They're going, that shit's in there. And it was. I don't mind getting hit. I've been hit in the mouth, hard, chop, whatever. But I mean, my gig was, when my hair was long, I'd be bleeding like hell and drown them in it.
I know you